Hello, this is Mandy and Emily for a discussion about Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I am the facilitator and she is the uploader. Would you like to start the discussion, Mandy?
Okay, so for chapter one of my questions was, would the amount of children being produced cause overpopulation?
In my opinion, I would say that it would not cause overpopulation because it seems like the hatchery is so regulated and they do everything so like precisely and like they do everything on purpose, so I would say no. Okay, my question for chapter one is, why is fertility considered a nuisance?
I think that fertility was considered a nuisance because of all the pains of like childbirth and like all the trimesters and all that.
Yeah,
so
all the extra work.
Having the whole hatchery helped avoid that problem.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, chapter two.
So could hypnopedia work for children today?
I feel like it could work, but I feel like it is so ethically wrong. So I would say yes, but like in today's morals and ethics, I don't think it would fly very well. Is this process of raising children effective?
It's effective in a sense. I believe like it scars them because
like scar them.
like making the babies scared of reading. Like it's not effective in lower cases, but in lower case, but in higher case.
Yeah. Okay.
And for chapter 3, my question was, what drug does soma relate to?
I am not a drug user, but I would have to say that soma most relates to cocaine because the intensity and frequency that they use it and like how they always have to have it and how it has such a mind-altering effect. So I feel like it's a rather strong drug and rather addictive. So why do you think promiscuity is encouraged?
I think promiscuity is encouraged because of the culture. Like that's what they grew up in and that's what they know is true.
And everyone is everyone else's.
Yeah, and exactly.
And it doesn't seem as though they have like concrete relationships. I feel like those are honestly discouraged because when Lenina was talking to her friend, she was like, "You've been seeing that guy for like 3 months. What's up with that?" And she was like, "Oh, okay, moving on."
So for chapter 4, do you think Helmholtz is proud of his features where Bernard was ashamed of his less appealing features?
I would say that Helmholtz is proud of his features because he's like a very big guy, and I feel like in this culture and society, being big is like associated with being strong
and the alpha case,
being an alpha. So I feel like he is proud of it. However, they say that he's like too smart for his own good, so maybe he feels ashamed about that, but he doesn't really let off like that. And then Bernard is like ashamed of being kind of like odd and stuff like that. Okay. Is it normal in this society to fly a helicopter around?
So that was like another question I had, like how are the transportation? Like helicopters are just like a normal thing, like
they just kind of casually
everyone had like their little
Mr. Waters, please come to the office.
Technical difficulties. And they never mention cars. Do they mention cars? I don't have a recollection.
I think they mention like trains or something like that. But I don't think there's cars.
Do they have like helicopter dealerships instead of car dealerships? I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Okay. Chapter
5. So Morgan Rothschild, she's the one with the unibrow.
Crazy eyebrows.
So do you think that happened from like genetics?
Well, it would have to have happened at the hatchery, and then there would have to be like 100 other people with crazy unibrows. So I think that honestly they did like do that on purpose, and she has a bunch of other siblings eyebrows. And then was there 2 on that one or just that one?
So what was the meaning of the spiritual event that Bernard attended?
Spiritual event. I think that it was like a ceremony for unifying a bunch of people because there's like 12 people there, and they regarded it with like a lot of importance. Like they chastised someone for being late, and maybe they just wanted to be unified through an orgy. Sometimes it seems like sex is like very like casual.
Everyone
else's. Yeah. And this one, my questions are about soma because like with the intensity that they used it, I was like, what So is soma a drug? Is it legal? And where does it come from? And
So it has to be legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because everyone's using it.
Yeah.
It's, they go on vacation with that drug.
Yeah.
So, like.
So I would say it's a drug too.
Yeah, and what was the first question? Like,
where does it come from? I don't think we have enough information.
Yeah, but it's a pretty crazy drug there.
Well, if it's a pill, they must make it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the government makes it to like keep people in check. Who knows?
Not too sure. So for chapter 6, what was so bad about Iceland?
I think that they considered Iceland a place to be exiled to because it's so isolated from like England. Mm-hmm. It's like its own little thing,
yeah.
And it's cold, and I would just say isolated. It's just like an exile place. Then it seems as though sex is an incredibly casual activity. Why?
I think it's just a part of their culture. Like they've grown up seeing everyone else do
it. And when they're kids, they're encouraged.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, chapter 7.
So, why do you think people die at 60 in civilization?
I think that they just kind of decided, like, once you get past 60, your body is not, like, useful to the society anymore. Because everyone has to help everyone.
Have a job
and then once you turn 60, you just get turned into phosphorus or whatever.
Yeah, so you kind of help out the environment, but like it's kind of.
I remember like one of the things they're like, isn't it cool how you get to help out society when you're dead by fertilizing plants? Yeah, so cool. Okay, my question is, why did Lenina want to come to New Mexico so bad, but she hated it when she got here?
I think because she's had other like vacations. She went to the North Pole or something, and she said it was like the hotel sucks so much.
Didn't have a TV.
Yeah. And then when she went to New Mexico, she thought it'd be like different culture. Like she wanted to see the savages, like different culture again. So I think that she wanted to see it, but then when she saw it, she was like, no.
Yeah, she was like, this isn't glamorous enough for me. Excuse me.
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
So why does John refer to his mom as Linda? I think we had this in the book, but like I wrote it down one.
Well, Linda came from the culture where like they didn't have moms and dads, so she probably was like that. Don't call me mom, like call me Linda. Like that's just how she grew up, and she probably implemented that into John. Okay. Is Bernard the protagonist as of now, or the antagonist?
As of now, I believe he's the protagonist, but I feel like bringing them back into civilization will make him have power, so maybe become the antagonist.
Yeah, later. Maybe have a change of heart.
And maybe John will like
take over the role.
Yeah, as antagonist. So for chapter 9, if John had no control over himself, what do you think he would have done to Lenina?
I think that if he grew up in the world state, I think he would have probably like violated her, because he would have had the mindset like, oh, she belongs to me, like everyone, like it doesn't matter, and sex was so casual anyway. But since he had like good intentions and he's pure and modest, he like refrained, which is something that people of the world state didn't do. So I think he would have violated her. So why is John so enraptured by Lenina? Is it her physical beauty or something else?
I think that it's her physical beauty, and then like that's like one of the only people like he's seen with his same complexion other than Linda. But like he knows about civilization, and he knew that she was part of the.
Yeah, he probably thought like she was this like really cool person from another like idealistic place. She's everything that I wanted to be or something.
But I think that helped. Like put in his mind like that he likes her. Yeah.
Because she's part of the world.
Yeah.
Okay. That concludes our discussion about Brave New World. See you next time.